Okay, so welcome to the 5th episode of my Python course, where we will be learning all about integer operations. And just a warning, a lot of this video involves maths, but it's really simple maths. Most of us already know this stuff, at least I hope we do. And so because this was so simple, I added a cool little challenge at the end, which we will do shortly. But first, I'm going to show you the 4 integer operations in Python. And this may sound like a big word, integer operations, but this is literally just plus, minus, times, divide. So like 5 plus 8, that works. 7 minus 3, that works. And if we want to do multiplication, we will denote it with a asterisk. So 8 asterisk 4 means 8 times 4, and that gives us 32. And then divide is with a forward slash, so we can do 19 divided by 3, and that gives us 6.3 recurring. If we want to square a number, we can do that with 6 and then double asterisk 2. That's going to give us 6 squared, which is 36. Okay, cool. Now there are 2 more division-like operations. So firstly, we have floor division. And what this is, it is just dividing a number regularly, but if it doesn't perfectly divide, if there's a remainder, then that remainder will be ignored. So for example, 5 divided by 2, this is regular division, not floor division, will give us 2.5. But if we want to do 5 floor division 2, first of all, this floor division is denoted by 2 forward slashes. So yeah, if we do 5 floor division 2, we get 2 because the remainder is ignored. So the other division-like operator we have is mod or modulus. This is represented with a percentage sign. This is kind of linked with floor division, but instead of ignoring the remainder, it will give you the remainder to a division. So for example, 5 mod 2 will give us 1, as that's the remainder. And similarly, 10 mod 4 will give us 2, since that's the remainder. And if we do 4 mod 2, that will give us 0, since that calculation divides perfectly. Cool. You also have the order of operations in Python. So for example, 9 plus 5 times 4 will give us 29, since the 5 times 4 is executed before the 9 plus right here. But we can give priority like we can in maths. We can do in brackets 9 plus 5 and then times it by 4. So we're doing the same calculation here, except this part is in brackets right here. And then if we run it, we get a different result because we have given priority to the 9 plus 5. Alright, that's pretty cool. But now I want to show you the built-in Python function round. And this just rounds numbers. So inside these brackets of the round function, you want to type in the number you want to round. So for example, we can type 67.87. And if we round this, it'll round it to 68. We can do another example of 54.9. If we round that, it will round it to 59. So this round function, it seems like it just rounds the number we give it to the nearest whole number. Cool, that's pretty cool. But what if we want to round it to 4 decimal places or 3 decimal places or something like that? Well, then we can give an additional input to this round function by doing a comma and then typing to what decimal place we want to round this number to. So if we want to do it to 2 decimal places, well, 54.9 is not the best example since it's only 1 decimal place. How about this? If we want to round this hugely specific number to just 2 decimal places, we'll add a comma 2 at the end, and if we run this, it will round it to the nearest 2 decimal places. Alright, what if we want to round this to the nearest tens? Now, I actually encourage you to stop the video and have a think about this. And so if you're back, the answer is we would do -1, which I guess makes sense since if this is 1 decimal place, this is 2 decimal place, you're going the other direction right here. So if we run this, it will round it to just 50. Also notice how this result is always a float data type. Alright, so that concludes this video, but I do have, as I said earlier, a challenge for you guys. And I will go through the solution to this in a minute, but this is the challenge. Create an area of a triangle calculator. And remember, you will do this right here in the program window. So the end result should function something like this. So it will ask you, how long is the base of the triangle in centimeters? 5, let's say that. How long is the height? Let's say 7. and then it will tell you the area of the triangle. You should have by now enough programming knowledge to make one, so you better pause the video right now and code that. Alright, have you coded it? No? Oh, okay, watch this anyways. Well, of course, first we will have to take input from the user and then store that in variables. So let's create a variable called the base, and this will give the length of the base of the triangle, and we'll set it to input enter the base length. And we'll just add \n right there to create a new line just so it looks neater. And remember, the input function, the user input, is by default a string data type. And we are going to be doing some calculations on it, so we do want it as a float. So we'll just wrap this input function in float, and we'll do the same idea for the height. In fact, I'll just copy this from here and change this to height. And I'm actually going to create another variable called area. This will store the area of the triangle. And you guys remember the area of a triangle formula, right? Anyways, I hope you do. It's base times height divided by 2. So we can just do base asterisk height, base times height, and then with the / divided by 2. It doesn't matter if I've put spaces in between here. I can omit them if I want, but they don't affect the function of the program. They're just there for aesthetics. Okay, now we've done the calculation. We just need to output that, and we'll do that with the print function. Now we can just print area, and that would work, but since we're super fancy, we will actually embed this in like a output message. So we're gonna say the area of that triangle is, and then with a comma, we're gonna type name of the variable area, not in any quote marks or anything, and then right here we're gonna write centimeters. Now let's run this and see if it works. Enter the base length, 5. Enter the height length, 4. The area of that triangle is 10.0 centimeters. I should say centimeters squared, but our program is working. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We made a semi-useful thing. Alright, thanks for watching this video. Like the video if you did, and comment any questions or video suggestions you might have. See you in the next one.